Hi everyone, I'm Denise. Welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot, and this reading is for Thursday, October 8th. Okay, so 5 cards for the day. So first 2 for the morning. The third card is the theme or midday, both. Future or afternoon and evening. Okay. All right. I guess the whole thing is the future, isn't it? unless you're reading this late. I always trust in the divine timing. And also with these readings, you can always go back and look at all of them. I've set the intention for them to just, help us spiritually grow. So no matter what day, they are not time sensitive. Okay, so for the theme we have the 5 of Swords. So that has to do with overcoming an inner conflict. So the beautiful thing about inner conflicts is that we're trying to battle our, we're trying to like grok our brain around a misperception, a misconception, something that's not true. And of course it's about ourselves, but it will play out in life. Like we will have friends with the same misconceptions, the same splits, the same dualistic issues, and we will attract ourselves to others in that same situation. But now, as a general, just for this entire, for what we're going through all over the world with this pandemic, this is a very normal card to get. I'm surprised we don't get it almost every day, because it's kind of like, when will this be over? Can I ever relax? We are going through a huge period of adjustment as to, how we source ourselves. And I just, myself personally, I just like to get as clean as I can within my belief system and my soul substance, so that, if I just croak in the next moment, then at least I know I've done the best I can, because we cannot control life. And this card has a lot to do with that dualistic, either or consciousness. Like, it's either good or bad. Well, the truth is that here on this planet, it's good and bad. And sometimes we're right and sometimes we're wrong. But that doesn't make us bad because we're, wrong. And it doesn't make other people bad unless they're hurting, other people with their lies. And so this card can come up when someone is lying to you and you're in a little bit of a battle, a little quandary going, wait, something doesn't feel right. Or, I know they're lying to me, and why are they lying to me? So this can be, what's going on globally. Whether you're in the United States of America and you have a president who lies daily, or if you're in another country and and you have the powers that be there that are not in truth. There's a lot to be said for this card on a global level. But for us personally, if we can get into our unified place, the place where we're one, the place where who we truly are, deep down inside. Look at all these beautiful, the light here. Look at the wands with the light. And the wands often have to do with our spirit. So the message with this card is just to always go back inside and find your own inner truth, where you're in unity with who you really are, which is, it's all good, and it's all life, and it's all right, and it's all love. Now, of course, in our soul substance, we have layer upon layer of, problems to work through. But in our core, the core of who we are, it's all one, it's all love, and it's all bliss. So even though I don't have cards here to show, the need for meditation, I just have to, give you my personal take on that is, is that meditation and downtime and quiet time, and even if it's walking meditation, or some people like to gaze at candles, rather than their eyes closed. Me, I prefer eyes closed and lots of deep breathing and staying in my body, dropping really, really deeply into my body. And then I find that when I do that, it can clear things out really quickly. And then you can come back to that place where you're completely sane, even if the world is going crazy around you. Okay? So you just hold on to yourself in those times. So that's the overlay for the day. But this is really good, to know for any day, right? Because every day can be a little bit like this. It's just the way life is on Earth. But that's not the way it is, in the spiritual realm from which, you originally come, you originally hail, your true home. So in the morning, I love this card for the morning. Both of these cards are beautiful in any order. It wouldn't matter, because it has to do with your self-confidence and just putting yourself out there. And do your best just to not censor yourself at all. The Queen of Wands comes in and says, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. I see other people do it. If they can do it, I can do it. And this could also be a person in your life that's really warm. And most of all, though, it's just about determination and knowing that you can do it. You control your life. You control your reality. So that's really, I love seeing that in any position, actually. It's one of my favorite cards. And then, of course, with the Page, it's the same thing. It's just that there's a little more discovery here. So what I'm getting, the message I'm getting is, if you're in your self-confidence, you'll discover even more. And if any little, dualistic, just little negative thoughts come up, you can still clear it out and go, no, wait, this is what I want. I want grace. I want peacefulness. I want ease in my life. And you can think of all the ways to create that. Actually, the best way to do it is to look at where you already have grace and ease in your life, and then grow that. Just like she's growing, she's growing things from the tree up here. So all of these pentacles or discs or coins, whatever you want to call it, they're aspects of physical life. Excuse me. And with the I don't know if it's a white dove or what this little, it looks like I think it's a white dove. It's often a falcon in the traditional Rider-Waite, but this looks like a white dove. So I think that the message there is like the dove of peace, the white dove of peace. She is focusing on peacefulness and grace and ease. In other decks, you'll have, with the Nine of Pentacles, you'll see like a woman, in luxurious surroundings, and she's, she has flowers around and all other aspects of nature, sometimes in a garden and sometimes, just in her home. But there's the luxury. Sometimes they're reading. It's kind of like the Lady of Leisure card. So whether you're a lady or a man or however you identify, that doesn't matter at all. The reason we put a woman, or they put a woman on the card, is to show that you can receive even more. Always receive more. But focus on what is sustainable in your life, and what I mean by sustainability, I mean, what is it that creates even more sustainability? Because in the sustainability, that will create the gracefulness and the ease. Because if something isn't sustainable, what happens is it has to fall apart, and then you learn that, oh, this isn't the right way. And then what happens from there is that there's a breakdown and a reconstruction, and then a reformation, or just renewing, rebuilding. But that doesn't need to happen with this card at all, because with the Nine of Pentacles, the next one is the 10, which is just, absolute material abundance. But this is very, very, very much, material abundance as well. So just focus on all that you have, because you can't create more without being grateful for what you already have. Like if you're feeling that you're somehow lacking, then you just create more of that. You can't create abundance from the consciousness of lack. So wherever you're not getting what you want at this time, it's important to explore what it is that you're not getting, and you know, how you really want it, and to go through all those feelings. But if you stay in this position for too long, you know, you'll just create more of that. At some point, of course, you'll break through, as long as you're not, you know, numbing out. If you go to this place and you're in that, you know, winner versus loser mentality, and you're not going for win-win situations, then you'll spin in that you can spin in that forever. You can spin in that for lifetimes, honestly. I mean, I don't wish that on anyone, but I see it. So, and it doesn't always matter like how much money you have. If you're in this place, if a person goes through life this way, it's kind of like, you know, live by the sword and die by the sword. It can be really, really challenging, because you're always in a battle. And, you know, we can see this with some of our, you know, so-called leaders. So, anyway, back to the Nine of Pentacles. Just focus on what you want, and be grateful for what you have, and then with the sustainability of creating even more, because gracefulness and ease is part of the divine order of the universe. This is not. All of this creative energy, that's part of the divine order of the universe. And this is the divine order of the universe. It grows and grows and grows. And so to end with, you know, the I don't know if this will be the nighttime, but to end with the reading, I would say that's always our work, and that we can work together. You know, there's teamwork. This card is all about teamwork. If it is the nighttime, it looks to me like you'll have lots of help to, like, get the dishes done, you know, get the kids in bed, or, you know, get things organized and ready, excuse me, for the next day. So that's really beautiful. I want to use the Spirit Animal Oracle, and let's just draw just one card to see what else. Oh yeah, so with Coyote, the message there is trusting in the divine detours. That's really beautiful. So yeah, I mean, that's how it is. If you're aligned with your guides and with your creative center, your guides are always around you anyway. And whether you're in your center or not, your guides are always trying to get you going in the right direction. So if things don't work out, you know, like if you're in that, well, hold on, if you're in that head scratching moment, if you're there, it's okay. Just know that, well, okay, I meant to go in a different direction because this isn't the right way. So I think that that's just reinforcing this card. Like it's okay when it happens. Definitely don't beat yourself up. It's just a little bit of tricky energy. But it's not the truth. And of course, to go with the Nine of Pentacles, that's truth. That is absolutely organized truth. The Nine of Pentacles is a very, very organized card. And being a 9, it's, you know, it's a culmination. It's just about done. It's, you know, just about complete. But again, like I said, you know, gratitude, luxury, it's a card of self-sufficiency. So it's okay when things get tricky. Just go back to your grateful and easy and graceful place. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Take care.